Okay, so we're going to be starting off round 1 with Blaine on the bottom playing Ceresmon versus Liam up top with the Imperialdramon Dragon mode, the blue version. So Blaine wins the die roll, so he'll be going first. He evolves into, he hatches into a Monimon, which he's then going to evolve into an Agumon, and that's for free. He gets the draw, and then he's going to evolve that into a Kabuterimon for 1, giving Liam 1 for the start of his turn. Okay, he'll draw for turn, and then he hatches into his Demi Vmon. This is the one that draws a card when attacking if you have jamming. He evolves that into the new Vmon with jamming and draws his card. He'll then evolve that, and that'll go into the X Vmon, which costs 2, putting Blaine on 1 for his turn. This is the X Vmon. When digivolving, unsuspend one of your level 4 or lower Digimon. So for Blaine's turn, he's going to move the Kabuterimon into the battle area. He's then going to evolve that into a Blossomon, but using the Digisorption effect to reduce the cost by 3 by tapping one of his Digimon. So he only has one Digimon, so it's going to be itself. He then hard plays an Argomon level 3 for 2, which puts Liam back on 1. Goes over to Liam's turn. He draws for turn, and then he decides to leave the XVmon where it is. He then plays the Davis Motomiya, which allows him to look at top 3 cards and add a green and a blue Digimon from them. So he adds himself a Gorillamon from his deck to his hand, puts the rest on the bottom of his deck, and then it goes back to Blaine with 3. He hatches into the Argomon level 2 and unsuspends his Blossomon. He evolves the Argomon level 2 into the Terriermon, and Digisorptions the Ceresmon to cost 2. And the Digisorptions on itself. Then he'll draw for the Digivolution, and then he's going to evolve the Argomon level 3 into a Kabuterimon for 1, and the Kabuterimon, Gargomon and Rapidmon all have the same inheritable. It gains 1,000 during your turn for each suspended Digimon your opponent has. He plays the Goblimon for 2, but the Davis Motomiya will put him up to 3 for the start of his turn. So Liam plays the Imperialdramon, which has jamming and inheritable. When attacking, if it has Imperialdramon its name, unsuspend it. He then plays the Gomamon for 2 and passes his turn back to Blaine, so he has 2 for his turn, unsuspends his Digimon and moves Terriermon into the battle area. So he'll evolve into a Gargomon for 1, and he gets the draw, and then he'll attack security with the Ceresmon, and that checks a Dino Beamon, which is 7k. The Ceresmon is boosted as well, so it's more than enough. It then evolves into a second Gargomon, putting him on 0, and then he evolves the new Gargomon into a Rapidmon. Then goes over to Liam. He starts his turn with 3 because of the Tamer. He finally brings out the Imperialdramon, which has been sat in his nursery. Attacks into security with the Gomamon, which will hit an Aruramon, which is 5,000, so that dies. He'll then attack security with the Imperialdramon, but this has jamming, so it's not going to die anyway. Hits a Kabuterimon. Liam will then evolve the Imperialdramon into a Imperialdramon Dragon mode, and because of Imperialdramon's effect, it will unsuspend itself. He'll then attack into security again. It still has jamming, and then the Imperialdramon will unsuspend it. Hits a Tentamon, and then he attacks into security one more time, hits a Goblimon. And then to finish off his turn, he's going to pay 6 to evolve his Imperialdramon into an Omnimon, and he'll declare Ceresmon to get rid of that. Goes over to Blaine's turn. He starts his turn with 6 memory, which is a lot for this version of green. He will hatch another Monimon, and then he'll evolve into a Banjo Stingmon. So if your opponent has if it attacks into a monster with 12,000 or more, it gains 6,000 and security attack plus 2. It also has piercing, so you'll get rid of the Omnimon when it's on. Well, his Banjo Stingmon's on 15,000, plus the bonuses from the Rapidmon and the Gargomon. so it easily beats over the Omnimon. He hits a Davis in security, so the Davis will get him a Vmon, and Puppetmon was the last security hit with that. Liam's left on one security. Blaine still has two attackers, so attacks with the Capitarimon, hits an Electromon, and then attacks directly with the Gargamon, and that will be the end of game one. Blaine takes that quite swiftly. Liam managed to get out his Imperialdramon, but he just couldn't keep up the pace, and Blaine had the Banjo Stingmon, which is just the best way for green to deal with something like an Omnimon. So Liam chooses to start this turn. He has the Dem Vmon, that's going to be evolved into the Lickmon, and then he'll just evolve that into a Frigimon, which is a 4K with jamming. Then go over to Blaine's turn. He starts off with 2. It evolves into a Monimon, and he will evolve that into a Agumon, and then he'll evolve the Agumon into a Capitarimon for 1. Then Blaine plays down a Goblimon for 2, leaving Liam on 1 for his turn. He'll bring out the Frigimon, and the Frigimon can attack security because that is jamming. It's not going to die. And yeah, he hits the Argomon level 5, and then Liam deciding what to do, he goes for the another Davis Motomia to stop the memory choking. He can grab himself a Dino Beamon and a Frigimon, because Davis Motomia adds any blue and any green. Over to Blaine's turn. He starts with 3, brings the Capitarimon out from his nursery. He then attacks into the Frigimon with the Capitarimon, and then he evolves the Goblimon into a Togemon. Togemon effect, reveal top 3 and add a level 5 or higher Digimon, so he's going to grab himself a Rapidmon. The rest go on the bottom of his deck, and then he will evolve the Togemon into a Blossomon with Digisorption to reduce the cost by 3, and then the Capitarimon into a Rapidmon. On to Liam's turn. He starts his turn with 3 because the Davis hatches a Demi Vmon, and that Demi Vmon will be evolved into another Vmon, and then he hard plays a Frigimon for 4. On to Blaine's turn. He starts with 1, and he will unsuspend the Rapmon and the Blossomon, and he hatches another Monimon. He'll then evolve the Monimon into a Tentamon, and he plays the Hidden Potential Discovered option card to reduce the cost of your next green Digivolution by 5 by suspending one of your Digimon. So he suspends the Rapidmon so that he can evolve that into a Ceresmon for free. You'll get the draw off the Digivolution. He can then evolve the Rapidmon into the Mega Gargamon. Sorry, the Blossomon into the Mega Gargamon. The Mega Gargamon will suspend the Frigimon, and it won't unsuspend during Liam's turn. So it goes to Liam, starting with 3. He brings the Vmon out from his nursery, attacks into security with jamming, and yep, he hits another level 5 Argamon, and the jamming will protect it. Then evolves the Frigimon into a Dino Beamon, and then he'll finish up by plays the Hammer Spark first, then he evolves the Dino Beamon into the Imperialdramon, giving Blaine 2, and the Imperialdramon will unsuspend both of Liam's monsters. On to Blaine's turn. He brings out the Tentamon from his nursery. He'll then evolve the Tentamon into a Togemon. Togemon will get that reveal 3 and add a level 5 or higher Digimon effect again. So he grabs himself an Argamon 5, which he will then evolve the Togemon into the Argamon level 5 using Ceresmon's effect to suspend the Imperialdramon, reducing the cost by 3, and he plays another Hidden Potential Discovered suspends the Mega Gargamon, and he has the Bancho Stingmon again, so he evolves the Argamon level 5 into the Bancho Stingmon. Bancho Stingmon getting that security attack +2 and +7000 to attack into the Imperialdramon, and the Tentamon Inheritable will suspend the Vmon. So Bancho Stingmon, with his piercing, he'll check 3 security. That's the players just checking the threshold at which Bancho Stingmon gains the additional security attacks. It is 12,000, which Imperialdramon is on currently. So we will check all 3 security. So that's an Imperialdramon. And then we have an XVmon and a Frigimon. So the Banchomon survives all 3 attacks, and then the Imperialdramon will also die. Then the Ceresmon will attack the Vmon. I forgot to mention the Terriermon coming out from the Argamon level 5 effect when declaring attack being plus level 3 from your hand suspended. He plays the Agumon, and then it goes over to Liam's turn. He's left with 3 memory, but a completely empty board. He hatches and then evolves into a Vmon, evolves that into a Gorillamon for 1, and he doesn't get to see the Puppetmon, which is what he was looking for, so he admits defeat there. Puppetmon was the next card he was going to draw. Thanks for watching, please like, subscribe, and we will see you with the next match.